Hello and welcome! Guess what? We're back. In the last list review, we could not get to the team tournament. So we're back for round 2. Getting to the team tournament. The majority of our panel last week? Is going to the event. And the Masters tournament starts tomorrow afternoon. So Andrew and I added on Rick. These are the great players, but are unfortunately not going to the event. I'll include myself in that group, and we're gonna go through these lists and make some predictions. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Nice to see you. Definitely gonna miss the tournament. I'm kind of sad at this time of the. Like I really want to be there.
A little bit of FOMO right now. A little bit of I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Feeling a bit melancholy for all the road warriors out there, though. I'm sure everybody will have a great time. We're with you vicariously in spirit.
For sure.
Before we get on to the NATC teams, one correction I realized from the previous list review for Masters, we called out Joe Finlayson as a Gemini player who got bumped into the Masters. I was wrong. He is a full-on Masters player. He got an invite from one of the tournaments about the year. Joe, my bad. I apologize.
Yeah, he sent me a dirty message about that, by the way. Yeah. with a copy of the email in general, so it was kind of funny. I'm like,
no, Joe's a great guy, but that was funny. I don't know. You were on a new recruit. You were in the list with the Gemini players, so my bad. But that's the one correction from the last video. The round 1 pairings and deployment and secondary are up for NATC. It's actually on screen right now if you want to jump ahead of the class. But the first deployment is marching columns. Interesting. Secondary, capture the flags. I feel like these are definitely the two most disliked deployment and secondary. Correct me if I'm wrong.
A lot of people marching columns. I love marching columns.
I don't mind marching columns, but a lot of people, because you want to see where everyone's going, kind of thing. And if you're going the opposite directions, it really throws off some people. But yeah, marching columns, flags. I think flag needs to be in the game, but it's also one of those scenarios where people just hate it.
Yeah, they hate it. It's annoying, but it's there just to cut down on the MSU lists.
Yep, exactly.
That combination could end up for some rather stale games, I think, actually.
For sure. Definitely will.
You could end up like you said, Andrew, ships passing in the night where nobody hangs out their scoring units and, get a lot of... I'm predicting a lot of 11-9s and 10-10s.
Yeah, very sure. Yeah, very possible.
That's something to consider for sure. Hey, let's go into the first round matchup. Texas Oldtimey. Well, there's a Y in there. Oldtyme Wargamers. They in parentheses TOW. A very convenient letters there together.
Yes.
And then the Min-Max. Rick, your boys. Representing Sacramento. I'm stoked. Yeah, he's even got the Min-Max shirt on. I love it. So let's go into this matchup here. How is this gonna work? Okay, let's look at Texas Oldtyme first. Okay, here we go. So I know these guys are a bunch of players that don't play 9th Age very often, but they were big in 8th edition in the Texas area. The only person I know Matt Reich and I know Dennis. The rest I don't know these guys. So I'm excited for them to come out and play and see everyone. But let's see here. Anthony is bringing some Dread Elves. I don't think I should read through the list, should I? Or
I don't
Probably
think we
not.
need to go through each, but I mean, conceptually speaking, like if you look at this list, just surface layer, he's got a couple of hefty bricks. We all know how deadly Selection Spears can be. He's can have some characters hanging out in there. A couple of hunting chariots, which are super effective.
The auto include.
Skirmish and
They're standard. They're auto includes. Like every Dark Elf list starts at 4100. So that's how standard they are.
Yeah, I'm just seeing Dread Elves on foot with a Miss Leviathan. When 2 hunting
30
chariots, basically.
Judicators.
Yeah, that's a juicy block.
I mean, it's a big old question mark.
The
30
Dread
Judicators.
Princes, you don't see too many Dread Princes anymore. They're too expensive, but he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
But yeah, this
I'm
is your
looking
standard.
for-
This is a standard Dark Elf list right now, and
Yeah.
Dark Elves in team tournaments are pretty key
Yeah, because
because a lot of armies.
they're good in certain matchups, and key matchups are really good. The Dread Elves have beat my Beast Herds way too many times.
I'll be looking
Yes.
for Pyro on the other side of the playing field. Pyro's always a nice answer.
All right, Alex Kim is bringing ONG. Whew, what is that? 5
Oh my
blocks of
God.
ferals? 5 blocks of ferals? Nashers?
is
3 blocks of
almost-
Nashers?
Isn't that like Henry's list?
It's a lot
The
like
Nashers,
this
like-
is just bodies. This is just bodies. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
flood
Almost
you
300
in greenskin.
300 models.
That's insane.
Like a just
Alex,
around.
do you have this actual many models in your collection?
That'd be interesting.
That's epic. I love it.
I mean,
That's
so
a lot of bodies to get through.
yeah. I mean, what kind of army is this gonna counter?
Your elite armies
Warriors.
that don't have a lot of bodies. This
Yeah.
will tie someone down. This will
good
bog
point.
you down. This will give you K-Weed really doesn't not too thrilled about this because they just can't grind through it all.
Yeah, good point.
There's just so many bodies. Some armies just have that problem. I know the next player, Matt Reich, a few years ago brought 200 zombies to a tournament, and Maddox thought it was a good idea, and then he found out he got stuck on the zombies, and you just can't get through that many bodies.
Yeah, just tar pit. Yeah.
So
So I mean, would they use this army as the first throwout, like on all comers? I'm not gonna win big, but I'm not gonna lose big either.
yeah, they might lead this one because Dark Elves you definitely don't want to lead.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the next couple lists are, but you definitely, yes, you could lead with that and just be okay with it.
Yeah.
It's got pyro magic to pick away at things. It's got a lot of bow shots.
Lots
But
of-
yeah,
I actually really like that list. I think that list looks like a lot of fun.
yeah. If you have 300 orc models, okay. Moving.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is bringing the Saurian Ancients. I like it. This is the same. Oh no, is it the same list as his singles, the Masters tournament?
yeah, it's exactly the same. No BSB.
Yep.
Very little low
He
leadership.
has a BSB. He has a BSB. The skink veteran is the BSB.
Yeah, this game has the monolith of
Oh, there it is.
vitalism, Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah, it's leadership 7, but it's 18 inches.
Yeah,
But it's on the edges. It's gonna be pretty tight.
the highest leadership is 7,
That's what.
which is coming from the Cayman Mentors.
We're just gonna skip over the smokestone.
Oh God, do we really need to go through the smokestone again?
No, we don't.
Yeah. Best item in the game right there.
10 points.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a surprise guest.
What's up? Oh,
Ro, what's up?
What's going on, Ro?
Going good, going good. Got my drink poured. Thought I'd hop in for a couple minutes, see what we got going on.
Okay, so we were looking at Matt's list. It's the same list as his Masters tournament, but I don't know. It's kind of an all-comers list. It's a little bit of everything. It's got a smokestone. It's got it's all. What more could you ask for?
Yeah.
got a Tanopod with a lodestone shield, and they're playing against min-max, and there is an ethos amongst the min-max team that every point of shooting is a point you should just leave at home. So I don't know how much value he's going to get out of that one.
All right, let's move on to Dennis. This might be the same as his singles list. It's the Ruinous Dictator with the Legion, Lord of the Legions. Blah, blah, blah. So the same as his singles list. This is the big blocks that are all unstable because of the Ruinous Dictator, and then some shooting and two arena beasts. This one is a tar pit list, like 100%.
It is and it isn't. Those Blackbird veteran units are pretty small. And I think they're only unstable if they're steadfast or they have more ranks than the other person. So you got to be very careful on those because those blocks are pretty small. Disciples are unbreakable. Brutes are brutes. I mean, it's a good list. A very good list. You just got to be careful on a few things.
Yeah, true.
Does he have the flamethrowers anywhere? I'm not seeing any of the flamethrowers.
No. He has one catapult, one cannon. He's got 6 Giselle shots.
6
on the
Giselles.
brutes with a engineer guy. So if you're hitting on 3s, 4s, depending on what you're looking at.
Yeah. Does the cannon still do D6 wounds?
No. I think it's D3 plus 1.
They changed
Yeah,
that.
it's changed like 6 times, so I don't even remember anymore.
It's a solid list. I do like the arena beasts. Those are good zonings on outside. Just got to be careful because they are random movement. So
True. All right, let's move on to Corey. So there's a question mark in new recruit. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's an illegal list or something. Player is not attached to new recruit. Oh, it's not. Someone created the user profile for him. Where Corey? There we go. KOE. Death Shooter, Duke.
interesting.
Folk hero. Lots of archers. I'd say this is
an interesting list.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a little bit of everything. It's a grab bag list, right?
It's actually an infantry-based list more than anything. With two,
I was gonna say lots of troops. Yeah,
it's a foot base with 2 lances on the outside to basically counter anything with that. 3 lances. You got a realm, 2 realms, and a core unit.
It's interesting.
Yeah, this is a lot of infantry.
Yeah.
Trying to see what else. He's got a trebuchet too. Interesting.
Banner of Speed, Knights of the Court. What do they go? 7, 8.
They're going to be 9, 10.
Ugh.
9 with the speed. Because they get an extra pip of speed when they're
on the charge.
On a charge. Yeah, they can definitely reach out and hit somebody at a long
So
distance.
that's a missile right there, right? Trying to get across.
Unit.
Yeah, if you're within 20 inches, you're too close.
So when you start, basically, so turn 1, you're too close. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I really feel like
No real chaff.
Yeah,
right?
true. Yeah, no chaff.
Good point. Yeah, no chaff.
No, 0.
Does he have any of his, are any of his characters sainted?
No.
That's interesting.
That's odd.
Yeah. Interesting. So, looking at all these lists together, I feel like this is really, besides the Dread Elf list, they're all kind of all comers, and maybe the Orc and Goblin list, but.
And who is this, Kenyon? Sorry, I hopped on late. What team?
This is the Team Texas, the Texas Oldtyme Gamers, whatever it's called.
Okay.
Team Old World.
TOW. Wink, 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 nudge, nudge.
The theme that I get from these guys' lists is they're just coming out. They all put together some lists that are going to be fun to play. They're coming out to have a good time, and the matchups are not going to make or break it, right? I don't see any of their lists where you look at that and you're like, oh, that just gets absolutely hard countered by X. So I think that overall that could be an approach that doesn't necessarily net you 20s, but you should have fun with it.
Yeah. One other thing they have, they have probably 3 or 4 of the most complicated books out there.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't know a lot of rules about. KOE, a lot of people are confused about. B.A.W.G.S, people are confused about. SA have a lot of rules that people don't know which they're on. So their opponents need to be up to date and like what they actually can do, because there'll be a lot of gotchas not realizing what that army can actually do, especially the O&G book.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I was quiet for a long time, because I don't know anything about these armies. Didn't have much to offer.
You know, like O&G are minimized leadership, you know, with orcs, you know.
I mean, that ONG book doesn't have too many tricks up its sleeve. It's
That's
like
true.
hundreds of bodies, and
I love it. I love the new book.
it looks fun.
All
All
right.
right.
I
Let's,
do think the ONG list might have some leadership problems when
I
the
think-
champions start dying.
I think they lead the O&G and possibly the KOE, and they'll hold the Dark Elf player. They might lead Matt Reich, because I think he's their most solid player of the people I know.
well, let's look at min-max. What do they face? Josh Gurin leading off the pack here. Is this the same list as his singles tournament? I think it is. Triple 5-man chosen units with Great Weapons Wrath, 2 Forsaken ones. Yeah, this is his Masters list, which is good. It's a good
Big
list.
turn, Gurin.
It's a highly elite, smack you in the face, hopefully before you smack him list.
It's a really good list. I love this list.
I'm really curious of how the small units of chosen are gonna work, or how they're gonna do with Great Weapons Wrath.
They do pretty well for the cost that you're paying.
Yeah.
Now, factored that this is flags, I think they're a slight liability for Josh.
Yeah, this is not a good scenario for Josh.
That's a very, very good point.
I think his best bet would be to probably just try to leave those towards the back of his army and let everything else do the heavy lifting to get the game going. But knowing Josh, once he sets his eyes on a target, I thought it was flags like that. I won't be surprised at that.
Josh,
Love
the
Josh.
man who's never met a charge he didn't like. All right. Our Feldrakes are scoring, right?
Oh yeah.
Correct.
All right, Sean Mooney. This again is his. This is his singles list, Beast Herds. We went through this last week. This is the ambush heavy list, 3 blocks ambushing, with a Cyclop, 2 Gortok, or 2 Cyclopses and a Gortok, kind of holding down the fort in the center of the table.
Yep.
Excellent scenario for Sean.
Oh,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is a
So
counter
each of those,
shooty list. Yeah. Go ahead.
Each of those Longhorn herds will be bodyguard with
Yep.
the characters in there. Yeah, so they're sticking around. Yeah.
Ambush.
This is
and
a list
bodyguard.
that the other team does not want to see. Like, I'd imagine most of the other opponents have this probably orangish to red.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't lead with this potentially. I don't think he has any really bad matchups. The orcs and goblins, I mean, he gets to just decide where his stuff is gonna go, and so
Yeah.
if you're a foot-based army, you're never gonna even fight him.
That'd be the one fight actually I wouldn't want to get caught up with Sean, just because the amount of bodies will at some point grind this list down.
The ONG list.
The ONG list, because he just throws waves and waves of bodies. He's not getting a lot of points. Granted, I mean, Sean will probably win objective most times with this list. But the ONG list is probably the one I'd stay out of for Sean.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and the Longhorns are only 5+.
Yeah.
You got Druidism, so you might be able to take him back. He's only an adept, so you can't even bring him. Well, no, that's a first spell. So yeah, you would be able to bring some back. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's look what Zach brought. Zach, I think this is probably his singles list also. Yeah, this is the double giant beloved mascot ONG list. With the double
That might be the
iron
theme.
chariot. Yeah.
I have a feeling that might be the theme with min-max. We might even be able to just spoil it and check and see. Because if everybody's list is exactly the same, we could probably just
Okay, let's skip ahead here.
make a guess here. Yeah.
Daryl is bringing his double 6 blocks of Hold Guardians. Yep, this is the same as
They're
the
all
singles list.
they're all the same.
And Micah has got the double Knights of Rima. Yep, same list.
Min max could roll over the other two.
Who fights Micah?
No, none of them can. None of them can.
Oh, I definitely think the O&G list could fight Micah.
You think so? Oh, I don't think so.
They'll absorb a couple charges.
He doesn't love big bricks grinding against big bricks.
And he just grinds them out.
Love that.
Yeah, but they don't have. That's one of the problems with the O&G book now is lack of AP.
So those Knights of Rima, they're actually pretty good at grinding. After the first round of combat, AP 0, they got a 2-up armor save, 2-up, 6-up, and they put out a lot of attacks. They're hitting you on. They're gonna be hitting on 2s. I don't know. Maybe the O&G list gives it some problems, but he's also got a flame ward on those Knights of Rima, so alchemy doesn't hurt him as much.
Micah doesn't want to see the VS just for the possibility of shooting the dragon. That's a 1150 point loss right there. That's about it. And actually, the catapult's toxic hit, so he really is not too ecstatic about the VS list.
Yeah, very good point.
And the blood furs of the what do they call them? The old plague monks essentially will murder the Rima Knights. So keep him away from VS and everything else you can run right over, to be honest.
And I'm assuming they're gonna lead with Daryl, the freaking dwarf list.
Probably, yes.
I think they'll probably lead with Sean. That's my guess. And
really?
Because when you put one out, then the opponent puts down 2, and then they only have one potentially bad matchup for Sean, which is the Orcs and Goblins list. And so that means that they're starting out with a good matchup, and then there's somebody else across here that could take the Orcs and Goblins. I feel that could be how they go about it, but
okay. I mean, that makes
perfect
sense. That makes perfect sense.
I would expect min-max to win this by 20. Imagine a good size.
Big predictions. I can't disagree with you. Min-max. I know all the players on this team. They're all really, really good players. It sounds like the Texas team is here to. They haven't played in a little bit. They're here to have some fun. So I got to give it to min-max. Rick, do I even need to ask who your predicting is going to win?
Of course not. Of course not. No, we're going min-max, baby. Bring it home. I'm gonna take min-max on this one, and the only real question mark for me is Josh gonna be hungover from the previous 2 nights to the point where he gives the 20, and it's an even. It's kind of like like a handshake at the beginning there. But I know Sticks turned Gurren well enough that he'll pull through, I believe.
Well, so he should be hanging out with us on Friday night, so probably he's going to be hungover.
It's going to be
night
3.
I'm going to go min-max on this one also, and we look forward to playing them at the bottom table. That's what I'm looking for right there.
Do you have Amber on your team, bro?
Have who?
Yeah, Brian Amber on your team.
No. He's on. Is he coming? He must be on a different team. Then.
He's coming, but I think he's first ringer right now. I think he's first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No disrespect. I don't mean them to be on the bottom table. Either way, we're gonna have a drink. We're gonna be on the bottom table.
It'll be an honorable bottom table agreement.
That's right.
Rick, if
bottom
you do
table, bottom of the bottle.
Rick,
Sorry.
can you do me a
Go
favor? Can you record our predictions for each round for me, and then just send it to me when we're done?
Yep.
All right, let's go on to the second matchup. Pairings, here we go. Matchup 2, Speaking of the B.A.W.G.S boys, against the West Coast Killers. Remind me again, what does B.A.W.G.S stand for?
It is Brothers in Arms Wargaming Society. That is the name of our group. Yep.
That's
our group we came up with in Midwest America, kind of South Midwest, but that's what we've gone by, B.A.W.G.S, for a number of years now. So we got homemade shirts coming, man. So y'all will know it's us coming. Yeah.
Nice. And they have by the way, they have a thriving Discord. I'm on there, and it's a wild time in there. But let's look at the B.A.W.G.S lists. Rob's up first. KOE.
Yeah.
Am I just no? They're sainted. Okay, the general sainted. Okay. I didn't tell you. But we're not reading. We're not reading through all the lists because it's gonna take too long. So we're just big picture on the list. Big picture.
I picked that up really quickly. Yeah. We're good. Yeah. We'd be here for 3 hours.
Yeah. So where's that reliquary going? Oh, in the lowborn levies. Okay.
Yes. Just a CR machine.
I feel like we're missing something. There's 2 Knight Lances and 1 big block. Oh, there's Knights of the Quest right there, right in front of me. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, watch out for that unit.
That's
BSB. No BSB.
No BSB.
A lot of people get caught up.
No BSB.
A lot of people get caught up by that.
Wait, there's a BSB. The Duke is right there.
Oh, no. The Oriflame. The Oriflame shuts down the BSB.
Oh, okay.
People that don't know.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know. Sorry about that.
I like the one Duke build. That's a pretty good build with Aether's Metal. That's an amazing weapon for how cheap it is. Distracting.
Awesome.
I mean, yeah,
good list.
It's a hard hitting list. It's a hard hitting. It's one dimensional. It's go charge into you and break stuff. Yeah.
And you have chaff.
Mortal Reminder do? Is that multi-wound?
No, it's a great weapon. Divine. Strength 7, AP 4.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing. Just peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives him fear, terror, +1 strength, +1 armor pen.
Yep.
So that's a strength 7 AP 4 great weapon.
That is correct.
With fear and terror. I love it.
Yep. Then you have Sacred Chalice. A lot of people don't realize if you put the attribute on them, Ro will get a Veil token. So any spell or attribute on that guy or his unit will give a Veil token. So kind of hampers Witchcraft and all those other ones.
That's a cool little trick. Yeah, I didn't know that.
MR1 too. So.
All right, Josh.
He's got Warriors, right? Yeah.
Warriors. Big Chosen Night block on Sloth.
Oh.
Warriors.
I love the loadout on that Chosen Lord. That's a fun one. That is a duelist. The duelist Lord. Although usually I see him with Gluttony. I'm actually a little surprised that he doesn't have Gluttony on there. Because Gluttony pumps him up to Strength 6, and then he's Strength 6, AP 6. And he's chopping you up.
Jesus, slicing
dice.
dice.
Got shield breaker.
He's like
But he's got the gauntlets, so he's divine. That Lord is scary still. That is a duelist.
Well, he better be 650 points.
AP 6 with divine attacks. That's what he does.
Yeah,
and the sorcerer's more than that.
He's a other character killer.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, he's got
Pride.
He's got 2 fast moving units. He's got the Feldrakes and the Chosen Knights. And that sorcerer is on occultism. The little one's on alchemy. Interesting.
The Pride is the minimized leadership checks.
Yep.
So the Lord goes in the Warriors, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, fights in 3 ranks. Yep, pretty standard. 2 pieces of chaff, 4 big blocks. With a Lord in there, that's a pain to get rid of.
Ro, what did you bring? Ro?
Empire, which was probably a bad idea because I haven't played them in a year or something like that. And I got the dragon because
Dragon.
I got the model.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Love
That's
it.
what's up.
Yeah, I got the dragon. Big thing is the prelate in the Imperial Guard, great weapon, strength 6. So they're battle focus, assuming he hits. Battle focus, and his whatever stuff that he adds.
The
3
Death
plus 3. Yeah, Death Warrant. Like I said, it's been a while since I've played him. I didn't want to bring the beast hurts because I just brought all of those guys, so I switched. I seen the nightly orders changed up a little bit. They got cheaper because I did just have the regular knights, but I changed them to nightly orders because it was about the same price. The 2 units of 5 writers, however the hell you say that, is an auto include. So we can sit back and shoot a little bit with some of the light infantry, with some of the artillery. Got the big block with the prelate that's going to stay there for a while. And then the marshal and the dragon hopefully clean stuff up. But that's in my mind when everything goes perfectly, which isn't that often. So
isn't it so funny? Like when you're writing a list by yourself, you're like, oh, this list is gonna kill. I can see it. I can picture in my mind every perfect situation it's gonna wreck face, and then it just never works out. And
then I need a 5 and I roll double 1. Yeah, exactly.
I remember what all of when they did the thing with the dragons where they're all basically the same, but they do one thing special. What does the Empire dragon do now?
So when you got you can only take him with the marshal. He's got 4 attacks. He hits and then he wounds automatically at AP 10.
Yes, Sansa.
Yeah.
Oh,
and they can also pass out 2 orders. I think
that's what it is.
2 orders.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Dragon
the order thing. Yeah.
Dragon, you can do 2 orders.
See, that's nice.
2 orders a turn. Yeah, so I go for the.
That's really nice.
Fight in the extra rank and the. That's what I'm saying. I can't even remember what the orders are now. It's been that long. No, I got it all in front of me.
The trip
on the double.
The extra march is helpful. The extra march is really helpful at the end.
All
game.
Yeah.
Well, you can get accurate to those handguns.
Right,
too.
accurate. That was the other thing, right? Yeah.
I mean,
what I was going to say is the kind of scary unit is the Imperial Guard with the prelate bodyguard. Strength 6 can be. They'll have the battle focus, and then they'll have reroll. I believe it's wounds with the with his bound spells that he can cast. The prelate.
Yeah.
So it's going to stick around for a while and can do some damage too. But we're in the horde formation or whatever it's called now, so we don't get the ranks and all that stuff. So
now is that the distracting one or the
distracting?
It's yeah.
It's good solid less. Very solid.
I've done about 50-50 with this list in the last couple of tournaments up. It's similar. It's about a coin toss, so we'll see.
All right, Kurt.
Got a dragon. That's all that matters.
That's right, man. That's right.
I love his name, 6-foot honey badger. Imperial Guard. Yeah, all I see in this list is an Alpha Carnosaur. That's all I see.
That's all that matters.
That's all that I want to see.
Kurt is determined to make this list work with an Alpha Carnosaur, man. He is determined.
Anybody with a dragon doesn't want to see him.
Yeah.
Well, he's got the shield breaker on the pair weapon, so you can fight Cav pretty well too.
Oh, you can fight Cav anyways with the Alpha. Alpha doesn't care.
Alpha don't
I
care.
don't know. I've overestimated the Alpha against Cav in the past to my detriment.
Yep.
Starfall, Lodestone, so he's takes off flame in its effects. I think that's what it is now.
That just changed. I'd have to look it up, but
No, that is what it is. It gives you hard target and you're immune to flaming. So
okay.
Flaming.
So you can put regen on him and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And so he's
mostly
not
for the hard target. It's 50 points.
What's that? And alchemy doesn't really hurt him because you can put regen on him, and then you get your regen save with it.
The Slán channels 4,
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
which is awesome.
Talisman of the Void, Void Mastery, Veil Mastery. Yeah. All right, yeah.
He,
Druidism.
his veteran build is off. He's paid for paired weapons, but he's got supernatural dex and a hand weapon.
On the hand weapon, yeah.
I
I
am
will-
almost positive that he meant to give
To
the
do
super
paired
dex
weapons.
to the paired
Yeah.
weapons, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
We gotta
Yeah.
assume that was just a
I think we can let that one
Misclick.
go.
recruit error.
Jeff Durham, if you're watching, it's all good. Give it to him.
Man, Jeff ain't gonna give him that shit. Come on, man. You know, come on, man.
16 Taiga guard, just a little more like a bunker for the
Yeah, he's gonna dig
honor
around
rock,
with
'cause that thing
with
doesn't
Amarok.
really fight too well.
Yeah.
That's a good list, actually. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's fun.
All right.
It's actually not that far off of a list that I've run because he's got the double Carnosaur too. Love it.
Yeah.
Double Carno, baby.
All right,
What do we got next?
Devin. I'm pretty sure this is. Yes,
Ogres?
this is
Yes.
the
That's what
same
he's bringing
list.
too, yeah.
Same in his
Right.
master's list. Yeah. I mean, it's the 4 character list, so you kind of have to sacrifice a little bit on the characters. You know, vanguarding mercs. 2 times 3 bombardiers. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what I said in the Masters review, and I'm not super in love with this list.
It's ogres. Unfortunately, ogres are at the very bottom of the tier list right now.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'll say about this list is it looks really cool. He's done a great job on modeling it and making the whole theme. So whether win or lose, it looks good. It's a good looking arm. He's done a great job on it. Yeah.
All right. So Boggs boys.
Who we playing? Let me see here. Who we gonna beat, man? Who we gonna beat, man? That's what I want to know here.
West Coast Killers.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is Bay
Hold
Area
on.
team. This is Bay Area team.
Who is this? Oh, that's Ajuel. Okay, all right.
Alex Harrison is bringing his Infernal Dwarves.
Yeah.
So this is the same as his singles list.
Yep. I'm imagining Josh.
It's actually slightly different.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Yeah, his master's list he brought double Bastion, correct?
Oh, it's right. He did. Yes, he did. So added some more.
See, this is a hard counter to some stuff. He's got the rocket battery. He's got NAFTA throwers. He runs into.
Yep.
the
This is
right-
what ID does best to teams.
Yeah. I mean, what?
This is a blocker list.
Yeah. What list does?
Exactly.
So for you guys on the call here, and I promise I'm not trying to get tactics. You really don't. Seriously, we're drinking in the morning. What list on ours has? Maybe we can get into this later. But who's going to struggle with this on our team?
Is the Saurian Ancient list gonna suffer?
I gotta go back to the list. Give me a second.
Sorry, yeah.
I think the Saurians have an okay chance here. Actually, the rocket battery sucks. He's got double rocket battery, which really sucks against like a Carno. But the rocket battery sucks. I don't know what else to say. The thing's-
But it's only hitting on 5s. I mean, it hits 4 shots. You just need a couple times to hit.
he has hard target. That's true. He has hard target. That helps a lot.
So I mean, he's hitting on 5s with 4 shots. He's hitting a couple rounds. He can hide it a couple turns. Problem is, it's going to pick out that baby Carno. I don't think the SA player's thrilled about this list.
You can only put one rocket hit on the baby Carno if it's in the Raptors.
And that's
But
correct.
Eventually, like after probably 2 rounds, that'll probably be gone.
Hang on,
How
y'all. Let
many-
me write this down. Hold on, y'all. No,
I'm
no.
not trying to get any tactics, but let me write this down.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now.
I think also
No, yeah.
the OgreCon list doesn't want to face this one.
Definitely
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Give me a second. Just want to look at this again.
I mean,
and Alex is a solid player too. He's
Yeah, Alex is.
it's just a lot of shooting. This list just has so much shooting.
One flamethrower. I mean, to be honest, that Ro, your Empire list could probably deal with this.
but you do have the dragon. That
Just keep it
rocket,
back.
2 rocket batteries
just
with the
maybe-
dragon. Ugh.
36
keep-
36
just
inch
30
range. Just keep him back.
Yeah, 36-inch range, hide behind buildings. I mean, you can, but that like he doesn't really have a fight an answer for your Imperial Guard. He doesn't have an.
Okay.
He doesn't have immortals. You can like that Imperial Guard unit's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's true.
And how does the choosing of this? You mentioned it earlier, but what is it? You place one down, and they place 2. How does that go?
It's so the first
Yeah.
team, first team places 1 army face down. Then both sides do this. Then you flip it over to see what your opponent presented to you. Then you present 2 armies to answer, and then the first team gets to choose between those 2.
Okay, all right.
So if you really want to counter one list, you have to have 2 answers to that list if they throw it out first.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right, this is a good
All right,
list.
yeah.
This is ID's designed for this. This is a blocker list that can
exactly.
pretty much take on everything.
And they're gonna
that's
they're
what
gonna-
ID is.
They got to lead with this list. They got. I haven't even looked at the rest of the list yet, but they got to lead with this list.
Yes.
All right, Josh Stewart. I haven't seen Josh in a while, but he's still playing his Dread Elves. Double Mana Core. Dread Prince General.
Double-hunted chariot.
And of course, those hunting chariots are in every freaking list. And this is strikey. This is a real strikey list. Glass cannon list.
Those thunder packs are pretty dangerous against some things. Be careful of them. They have hatred on the charge, strength 6, AP 2, 4 wounds, toughness 5. Before they were pretty worthless. Now they're actually pretty legit.
What's the armor save on them?
6 or nothing. It's not.
Oh.
It's not high.
So glass cannon, really? Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. They'll hit you.
Yeah, but he's got
Pyro
the
murders.
he's got the
Pyro
2.
just murders this army.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, it's Dark Elves.
He's got the double mana core characters that are just gonna fly around and wait for an opportunity, and then everything's gonna charge in one turn and just squish stuff.
Yeah.
He actually has a lot of shooting. With the 2 Beast Bakers, I believe those are the ones with the shooting auxiliaries. Can't remember. But he's got the light chaff, and he's got.
No, are they? I thought those were the.
Are those the Corsairs or what? I can't
The
remember.
Corsairs
which ones.
have
Are
the
those
hand.
just the-
Yeah. The Beast
I
Breakers.
thought
okay.
the Corsairs, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's bringing witchcraft, so he's going to mess with your movement.
Exactly. And Josh is a really, really tactical player. This is a surgical knife. He's gonna wait for the right moment and just drop everything on you. I think he's gonna suffer against bodies lists, but
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Josh Ullman. I haven't seen him forever.
Derek D-Rock running the Empire. He's back to the Empire. Before he was running some Beastards for a while. Arcane 2 6 blocks of electoral cav, interesting with lance,
Yeah.
and then a big Imperial Guard block.
Keep forgetting that how much the objective matters too for some of these
Mhm.
matchups
Yeah.
with capture the flags.
Man, got the stank and the flagellants. Wow.
Yeah, Flagellates. Pretty close to the same build that you have. Prelate, Death Warrant.
Best unit in the book, 2 units of Imperial Rangers.
They're so good.
They are
oh my
really
god,
good.
they're so good.
They
2 shots apiece. Scout, they're just so good.
And aren't they
the
like
Alpha
It's
does
so
not want to.
cheap.
aren't they like lethal strike on monsters or something like that? What's the rule?
Lethal
Yep.
strike against beasts.
Yep.
2 shots each.
Jeff, if you're still listening, I need to alter my
Got
list.
the hard target. They're just absurd. So many rules for so little cost.
All right, Derek. This
Good old
is
Good shit. Okay.
little of everything here. Lots of shooting. Wow, that's a lot of shooting. Serb coming down from Canada. Is this the same as his?
Yes.
Yes, same as his singles list. Yep. Like I'm gonna be saying that a
Exact
lot today,
same.
right?
Probably for everyone that's traveling.
Yeah. For everyone that's flying on a plane, probably so. If you're driving, yeah, I can see bringing a couple extra units. But if you're flying in, you take it one list.
Really, the center point of this army is the High Prince, Master of the Chronic Tower, Sliver.
That and Flame Wardens with distracting.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the weight of it.
Oh, man, Flame Wardings
Those
with
flame
distracting.
wardens are so hard to kill, man.
Oh my gosh, so hard to kill.
And this is a list Serb's been running for quite a while. This is a list, I think, of a variation of what he ran at ETC this past year that he scored 70 plus with. So he knows this. He knows this list very well.
You're saying he's a good player.
Serb's a
I just got
phenomenal player.
Pyro, man. So far, having at least one person with Pyro in your team would be valuable.
Yeah, against these
Quite valuable.
elite elf lists, that always helps.
And against the next list as well.
Well, speaking of Ryan Potter's list, let's take a look at it. Legion
Although
of
this is
Sin. Oh goodness, I don't even does anyone have any idea what this list does?
So
It's actually
this,
a really thick list.
This list is actually stolen from Thomas in Germany. Thomas scored 100 points with this list at a tournament. Thomas is, I don't know, is a scrub. He's probably top 2-3 players in the world. And he just murdered everybody. The thing about this is the miser. The miser will just accumulate combat res and just grind everything out. This is a very naughty list.
But how so? What does that mean for those of us who don't know a damn thing about the legions?
Without looking at the book, something about so the miser will basically go into combat, and if he wins a round of combat or something happens with these tokens, he accumulates another combat res over, like, it just keeps stacking. And I think he starts at 3 or 4, and then he goes to 5, and then he goes to 6, and then the hoarders come in and they clip you and just accumulate the grinds. It's give me a second, I will pull it up and tell you exactly what it does. But this list was really good over in Europe. Now, if this guy can play to that skill level, we'll see. But it's a very
what are even these models? Are these humans, or I don't even know what this is.
Demons.
This is the demon auxiliary book.
Hoarders, shitless plates are going to have 5-up armor, 5-up Aegis save. I don't know what clutching claws here. Dividing Snout. Guiding Dividing Snout means he's going to get an extra plus 2 inches on the charge to something that has a magical item anywhere in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's a Wizard Master to Evo. So he's going to lower your... He's probably going to take Whispers of the Veil, lower your leadership. And if you don't do that, he's going to be reroll to hit, reroll to wound. With he'll be moving stuff around with Dance Macabre. The Veil Serpents you got to be very careful of, because they will come with 3 different things. They'll come with either poison, they'll come with lower your weapon skill, and there's one other one. I actually don't know.
Pablo in the chat saying that the claws are what give you the combat res.
Okay, yeah.
And so currently everything you're saying, we're still on one guy. We haven't even moved to another unit yet. We're still
that's the whole army that does that.
Yeah.
All I know is that miser is 1,175 points.
Yeah, exactly.
If you kill the miser, the game's over, but he's not very easy to kill.
What he still has the ability where he takes away your armor pen by veil tokens.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
he
he
discards the
basically
veil.
is super tough. But then Pablo's also saying in the chat that he has something that turns off magic items. He's just so what you got to do is try to
Avoid this guy.
avoid him. Yeah, just feed him
Kill everything
chaff.
else, but yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
we
why,
can-
in my opinion, it's just I've been vocal about this. I think books like Legion of Sin have no place in a team tournament at all.
I was just about to say, who's the dumbass TO that allowed this? Who did this,
Wow.
man?
Hey man, I disagree. I am pro auxiliary books because it expands the number of options you have. Granted, like this book needs some balancing. I'll give
Not
you
balanced.
that. I need this book needs some balancing. I'll give you that. But it's better for the game for have more books. That's my opinion.
I agree with that.
I
Just not this book.
mean, I've been playing. We have an online tournament going on, and I played against the new Dreadfleet book.
Yeah.
Which I thought was very interesting. That was a lot of fun. Someone played the Hobgoblins. I thought that was very good. Someone actually played Cultists against me. I thought that was very interesting.
Topic.
And then you go against lists like this. There's another Legion Sin list that's pretty naughty, where it's all poison across the board, and yeah, it just needs a little tweaking, like you said.
Yeah. It needs to be tweaked. I'll give you that. But man, we need to play these armies in tournaments so they have the data to tweak it. It's kind of what it is.
I'll have my
all top
browser
five.
open. I'll have my browser open. Type in real time. What's wrong with this list? If I'm playing, I'll say that. All
All right. So moving on. We've got Alex's hard Infernal Dwarf list. We've got Dread Elves and Highborn Elves, which are elite, fast moving. Empire Stonsol is kind of big blocks, kind of a bunch of shooting, gun line. And then the Legion of Sin's a very naughty list. Who wins this matchup? Let's go to pairings again.
Yeah,
Ro?
I'm sorry to do this to you, Ro, but I don't think you're in good shape, brother.
I mean, I was voting for me until I seen that last list. So hey, I'm picking him.
I'm actually still gonna go with Boggs boys, even though I think there's some extremely strong players on West Coast Killers. I just think that by bringing Legions of Sin, it's gonna curse their dice, and can't win with bad dice.
That's right.
True.
I gotta take that back really quick. Of course, I'm going with the boys, man. We got to. Man, we're there to have fun.
That's all that matters.
I don't like losing, but I'm gonna go out there and try my best to win. But hanging out with you fine folks and shooting the shit, that's what I'm looking forward to most, man. So it's gonna be a good time either way. I'm hoping our dice roll sixes and everybody else's roll ones, man. And
that's
I'm
all you can hope
impressed.
for.
That's right. Yeah.
When it's a leadership check.
yeah, that's right.
All right. Matchup 3.
Kenyon,
Cold. Oh, yes.
Real quick, sorry, Kenyon, you have West Coast Killers.
Why you call me out? I didn't want to say that in front of Rob. Come on, man.
Well, you asked me to record it, so
Man, what the fuck? Man. I'm leaving, man. Really, I got to log off. Hey, I just wanted to get through this one. Hey, I'll see y'all soon. I'll be there first thing Friday morning. Everybody have a good night. Safe travels, man. I'm looking forward to a great weekend, man.
All right,
See y'all
stay,
soon.
have
All right.
Bro, take it easy.
Yep.
Cheers.
Yep. Later.
All right.
All right.
Cold
Cool that
blooded.
you dropped by.
Oh yeah, he is always a good time. Shout out for him. His tournament, Red River Rumble, happening in Oklahoma City next
March
or April. I don't know. Look it up. It's on New Recruit. Red River Rumble. It's always a good time. I'm trying to make it there too, but it's end of March. Okay. Woo. Cold blooded. This is Jeremy Gottschalk's team. Jeremy's running off, leading it with captain. He is holding on to the North American Team Championships trophy from a little over a year ago. He said he's going to be bringing it. Whoever is there, make sure he has this trophy because it needs to move on to the next team. It's got like plaques on it. It's a whole thing, and he said he's gonna add some tchotchkes to it. So we'll see what he does. Let's see. Jeremy is bringing beast herds. Ooh, this is new for Jeremy. On what? 20 blocks of wild horns. Interesting. Big block of
Ambushing.
longhorns. Oh, he's doing the double razor tusk herd. Double big block razor tusk.
Isn't he just pushing forward Vanguard and then Razor Tusk and
Yeah.
coming from the backside? That's all. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool list. I've seen this work really well, and I've also seen it really not work well. It's a great list to bring to a team tournament because I think in the right matchup it can do really, really well.
It doesn't. I mean, in pretty much everything I've seen, it revolves around the herd. How well the herd does. If the herd runs off the board, it gets. And that's what I've ever seen these Razor Tusks. I haven't been impressed with them before, but I know some people that swear by them. So
yeah, because they just if you can get any buffs on there to help them hit, because they'll run in there and they'll hit hard because they're strength 6 on the charge, right? They're strength 5
Yes.
and then devastating charge +1 strength +1 AP. If you can get some buffs up to help them hit, which would ideally be the druidism, lower these opponents.
That's the only one.
Yeah, that's the only one.
You didn't say. Why? I mean, I understand why Druidism is good, but I think Evil would have been better with the
Yeah.
Razor Tusk herd.
That's
Or
exactly what I was
Rod of
thinking. To
Battle.
reroll the hit,
I
reroll
would
the hit, or
love
Rod
to
of
see
Battle. Yeah.
Rod of Battle. Yeah.
So interesting choice. I think. Yeah.
You can either deal with it or you can't. That's really what that.
I think he really wanted the
that one.
druidism to accent the longhorns, the big longhorn block with great weapons.
Do Razor Tusks get the inherent rerolls?
No, they do not.
No, but the chariot next to it will give it to him.
What?
The Razor
Reroll
Tusk.
hits?
Oh no.
No.
Are you talking about the extra charge distance?
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was talking about the
Oh, primal. Well, no, they don't.
primal
Get that.
Yeah.
primal rage.
No.
It is 24 res 5 wounds.
I mean, yeah, it's tough.
times
That's
2, so 48 res 5 wounds. It's a lot of wounds.
It's just they don't have any armor, so they gotta watch out for some stuff. But yeah. All right. Mike Maddox.
Yeah, Pyro fanboy by the end of this video, I guess.
Mike's bringing Warriors of the Dark God. This is the same as his singles list. The double Feldrake ancestor. Fantastic.
This is
Great list.
It's a great list.
phenomenal.
He's good. He's great at playing it. We already talked about it in the previous video. Go check out the previous video if you really want to know what we think about the list. You just gotta watch out for this one. That Helma. You gotta watch out for him jumping around. All right, let's see here. Joel Flint is bringing Empire of Sonstal. Shocker.
Yeah, this is the same list. Same list.
Same list again. Not as heavy of shooting as he normally does. Joel loves his gun line lists, but this is much more of a rank and flank blocky grind you down list, right? 42
Yeah, it's heavy div.
halberds, 24 flagellants, 4 Knights of the Sun Griffin. Yeah.
Locket of Senna with Shield Breaker. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I like this.
steals your-
I like this model a lot. The prelate on the altar with the locket's really fun, and then you can spice it up with all sorts of stuff.
Yeah,
He-
Joel's
he
been doing
can
pretty
actually
well.
fight.
Yeah, Joel's been doing pretty well with this list lately.
All right. Adam Hilton, bringing KOE. Oh, again, this is his singles list, the double folk hero with a double Friar's Lantern. Yep.
Oh. So they
Yes.
changed the Friar's Lantern. It's fearless now. I think that hurt it quite a bit.
Yes, but they raise its leadership, so it doesn't pop as much. Well, before I had to flee all the time.
Yeah.
So,
But now it can't flee at all. I don't know. I liked that it used to be able to like I guess units like that changed, so it's still a great little piece of chaff for the price.
Oh yeah, and this was the 2 blocks of 30 halberd guys. And each of those blocks, 30 guys is 200 points. That is crazy.
I heard a little story this past weekend that Adam and Mike Maddox played a game over the weekend, getting ready. Supposedly, those peasants rounded out 10 chosen knights. Or not chosen knights, chosen warriors.
Chosen warriors. Supposedly. What kind of buffs were happening?
No, just really hot dice on the KOE player side.
Hey, man, for 200 points. I don't care if they lose. Like, that's 200 points.
I can't say if Mike had a brain aneurysm or not over it because it was pretty close to me. There was a lot of crying over the phone when I was talking to him. So
You had to talk him off the ledge. It was bad.
Is this list a little light on magic? Or am I missing a magic piece?
I
that
know
don't see?
he's got divination, he's got witchcraft, he's got 6 spells.
Hold on, am
where-
I looking at the wrong list?
Where's that coming from?
The KOE list.
Adam
I was
Hilton
talking
has he has a add up to shamanism. He has a add up to divination on the folk hero, which is your minstrel. And then he's got an add up to witchcraft, which is the Quinn.
Quinn, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that the folk hero was a wizard.
The
So, there you
minstrel.
go.
Yeah, there's 2 options to give him spells. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's gonna
Cool.
mess with your soft stats quite a bunch.
Okay. Cool. Let's jump on to Ryan. This should be his singles list because he's flying from New
No,
Zealand.
it is not.
Whoa!
No, it's a different list.
He's coming from New Zealand. How is he doing that? All right.
Almost 1,000-point dragon, so I love it already.
Oh my goodness.
That
Ancient
dragon's naughty.
Ooh.
So I've been practicing this list against Ryan. So be careful of that bow because he's got a couple tricks that he's gonna do. He's gonna either raise his strength up on it from that Carnegie Tower or raise his strength up on the Cosmo. And that bow is strength +1 for the user.
Oh.
So one spell makes it strength.
6.
Yeah.
3 shots hitting on like
Twos.
zeros
Like
or something.
always
Like,
twos.
I think it starts at a 0 or
Yeah.
maybe 1, but I think it might be 0.
22 Swordmasters is an interesting choice.
This is a very good list. Swordmasters, you either shoot them down because if they touch you, a lot of things just die.
Yeah. You got to shoot him, but
He's got 2 flaming standards without alchemy. I mean, I know he's got the Quicksilver Lash, but that one's not as reliable. I guess he's just, thinking
Dude, just for any regen out there.
Druidism. Yeah, just counter druidism.
Yeah.
I love Swordmasters so much. The high agility they're a real tough one.
yeah, they rock.
Pyro.
If they don't get shot off the board, they really just rock.
I mean, it's a point denial list with that big dragon flying around just shooting things, and then if he has to fight, it's still an ancient dragon. I mean, nothing. And be careful of the amethyst crystal as well. And did he bring a crystal ball? No, he didn't.
No.
I thought he did.
All right,
So amethyst crystal obviously plus a new spell.
So we got the Beast Herd Razor Tusklisk. We got the Double Feldrake Ancestor Helmaw list. We've got the Prelate on the Altar big block list, basically. Yeah, kind of big block list. The KOE Double Lowborn Levies list. And then we got the Highborn off list, a kind of elite, kind of really hit you hard list. Interesting combination there. Let's look at who they're playing. Green Dragons, I love it. These are the Philadelphia guys, led by Mark Ciarlone. I've been meeting up with him because we here in New York we go meet up at a gaming store in New Jersey that's kind of equal distance between Philly and us, and it's a good group. I'm stoked they made it out there. But Mark, of course, is running KOE because that's what he does. He's got this is the same as a singles list. We went over this. He's got just these single models that are really scary. The Paladin General, the Fey Knight, the Ladies Courtier, 8 Knights of the Quest. It's just a hard-hitting list. It's a good list.
Yep.
It's not too much finesse to it, though.
Holy crap. You want to talk about models? Look at the next list.
Okay.
Stalo's been playing this. Stalo's been playing this list online. I didn't think he was actually bringing this to the tournament. This is unreal.
Oh my god.
I love that. The Nashers. He brought the Nasher list.
3 times 32 Nashers. No, and then another 10. The neophytes that pop up and
That's so many Nashers.
It's unreal.
and then 2 blocks of 40 goblins too.
Yep.
And then
Isn't there an item though? The item for the Nashers that like makes them.
The
Oh, he's
whistle.
got it. The Nasher whistle.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Nasher whistle.
yes.
What does that
Let's
do?
go. I can't remember, but I know it does something cool. I think it makes him charge further or something.
Yeah, it's something to do with the charge, like extra dice for
I'm
charging.
looking. Okay.
And then he's got the 6
Double
Gogtuck.
maximized. Holy cow. It's a 1 use only. So this is actually pretty insane. 1 use only. All friendly Nashers within 18 inches gain maximized charge range. They'll be double maximized. Plus, if he pops the wall, they'll be triple maximized. So he's rolling 5 dice at that thing. Battle focus and frenzy.
Oh.
I don't think the goblin WOG is the same as the orc WOG.
Oh, you're right.
You're right.
The
You're
goblin
right.
WOG, the goblin WOG it makes them turn all light troops. So, but yeah, it's still on you pretty fast.
Okay. That would
I
be
love-
unnecessary anyways, right? I mean,
Well, still, it's 4 dice. It's still double
It's
maximized. It's
a
still
lot.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But frenzy, or what am I trying to say?
Battle focus.
Battle focused hatred.
no hatred, but
Just
battle
battle
focus.
focus. Just battle focus.
But they
Okay.
have like a lot of attacks anyways. I'm pretty sure they have 2 attacks each. So he's probably
Strength
running
5.
them in Horde.
Yep.
I
This
would
is a
imagine
crazy
he's running
list.
them in Horde.
This list is awesome. I can't believe you brought it. This is a lot of models.
How does this?
That's
How
cool.
does this model? How does this army fit on the board? Is my question.
It's pretty big. I mean, he puts the Nashers out like 1 in the middle, 1 on each side, and then he kind of fills it in with the goblins. Make sure his bubble's the same. His biggest thing is making sure his leadership bubble is tight.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be his biggest issue. Because when we played, the Nashers got out just for a hot second, and then it panicked. Or broke from a combat. And that they don't panic. I believe they're fearless. So, but yeah, no, it's a fun list. It's awesome. I love it. Can't believe you brought it.
That's
Cool
an
shit,
exciting
man.
list.
I love it. I love lists like this. It's fucking.
100 Nashers.
It's themey and it's still good. That's what I love about the Ninth Age. You can really run these themey lists, and they're still pretty damn good lists.
Mhm.
All right, Ben Keller. Warriors of the Dark Gods. Mortal Gauntlet. Idol of Spite.
Triple quad warrior knight. Quad warrior knight. This guy does not want to see an alchemy master on the table.
Oh yes, that is very true. With Lance
I've only
Envy,
seen him once so far.
Yeah.
Sloth.
Interesting.
Did any army in the previous team have alchemy?
Yes,
Question.
Mike does. Mike Maddox definitely has alchemy.
So there's
Adeptor, a master.
there's your hard matchup right there.
Do you know if it's a master or an? I mean,
Oh,
Still-
Mike has a master
alchemy
with
master.
Veil Walker. He'll eat all these units.
Oh yeah,
That's a hard counter here.
that is just a stay away from that matchup.
And keep
All
in
that.
mind that Chosen Lord has to go in the MB units. He cannot.
Where does he go?
He
Yeah,
goes
you
into a 9-man war. He has to go in the MB. He cannot go in
He's
like.
10th man.
So when Mike pounds that, you list that army that little Blance down. That Lord's running out by himself.
Yeah.
With Death Cheater. Yeah, alchemy all bad. Stay away from alchemy.
But there's also
But
gonna be some lists
If,
they
it
just
does,
can't
if
deal
they
with.
don't have
49.
alchemy, right? Exactly. So some of the orcs and goblins lists that we saw earlier today. I don't know about the team they're facing, but if you don't have AP, how do you get through a 1-up armor or a 2-up armor warrior knight?
Sloth Knights at
tough.
that too. 2 Sloth League units,
Mhm.
so -1 to wound.
Grindy. Very grindy.
It's an interesting list. I actually really like this list. I think it's cool. Let's see here. Chris Wynn. Ugh, dwarves. Yuck. This is dwarf gun line. Look at all those clan marksmen. 3 artillery pieces. Double flaming.
Yep.
That's interesting. Yeah. Some miners to cause some problems, ambushing, and then 2 Kingsguard blocks. I mean, yeah. This is
All the anti-magic.
yeah. This is
All the anti-magic.
This is
Runa
just
Devouring,
shooting.
Runa Partisan. Yeah. This is a list that just doesn't give up points or tries not to.
And denial on the engineer. It's got all of the nasties. He's even got the oh, no,
Runa
never
Storms.
mind. Yeah,
no
I like
flying.
that actually. I like
wow.
the Runa Storms quite a bit. I just always forget to use it. That's the thing. You just gotta use it.
This is your dwarf annoying list. Oh my god, this makes me so angry.
This is the list that make people hate playing dwarfs.
Yep.
It's a rune crafted organ gun with an engineer and a bunch of stuff to keep you at bay while he just blasts your stuff off the table as you walk
Yep.
towards him.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. This is if you face an ambushing list, you're kind of in trouble, but it's either your opponent either runs into your face and gets blown away, or he just sits in the corner for 6 turns.
It's the fun killer. The fun killer list.
The fun police.
Like-
The fun police.
Yeah.
Well said.
Chris, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, Chris? Oh, Jesus. Okay, last but not least, Joe Finlayson. He's playing his Vermin Swarms. This is the same as his singles list, I'm pretty sure. The double Murmillo Brute list.
Hmm.
The triple Assassin. The Holy Triumvirate.
That's actually going to be a good match between these 2 teams. Cold-Blooded and Green Dragons.
I think this is a really hard choice, to be honest.
I think
I have to lean towards Green Dragons. I think Green Dragons list are a little bit more solid.
Really?
I mean,
I think they have a real hard time dealing with like Mike, and I think Mike's a good enough player to be able to snake a really high
Yeah,
score.
I would
So-
agree with you on that, but the unfortunate there's 4 other games. So Mike might get his match, and they're just like I don't
know,
know who
Joel
gets.
Flint, Jeremy.
Well,
I'm
the Empire list.
I'm
The
really
Empire list
surprised
can
by
fight the
Jeremy's
Dwarf
list, to
list.
be honest. I'm really surprised by Jeremy's list. It's not what I. It's kind of a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
But screw it. I don't. That dwarf list pissed me off so much that I'm taking cold-blooded. Come on,
All right,
Jeremy.
hear me out.
Be a team captain.
Hang
Be
out
a team
here.
captain.
They throw Jeremy out first and just accept that he's gonna fall on the sword, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's got the ambushers, and it's capture the flags.
Capture the flags. Yeah.
So he can prevent his scoring units from getting destroyed. Maybe he's able to tie the objective, go for a small loss.
Mm,
I'm being optimistic here.
Yeah, those Razor Tusk herds are not scoring. Those two big Razor Tusk herds are not scoring. Interesting.
I'm gonna go cold-blooded.
I'll go cold.
take?
I'll go cold-blooded only because Ryan and Mike are on that team, and they're both very good players. Jeremy's good. Adam's solid. He used to be solid. I mean, he's a little out of practice, and Joel Flynn's always been solid.
Yeah,
I'll go with cold-blooded. I think this tournament is like we learned at Sin. It's hard to have one person carrying you down a little bit. Like if you don't have 4 solid players all the way across the board, that's where you start losing points. And I think cold-blooded is just a little bit more well-rounded.
I do have the asterisk with my prediction that I think this will be a very good game, a good match.
It's gonna be close.
I'd be a little surprised if somebody got capped on this one.
Yeah, like 55-45, around that range. I think this is going to be pretty close as well.
Who did you have for this one, Kenyon?
I had cold-blooded. Purely based upon
Okay.
Chris Wynn's list. Purely based upon that. All right, match 4. Dysfunctional Family Dingdongs. What a great name. And Dice and Men. All right, so this is Pobby's list, right? Yeah, so I love this. Pablo made his new recruit name Jeff Durham. Pablo's in the chat. Pablo's in the chat. You're a madman, Pablo. You're a madman. Let's see here. And also, just pointing out, Casimir the Swede of Amortime podcast fame is playing in the singles tournament and in this team. So I'm excited to. I wish I could be there so I could meet him. All right, what is Pablo bringing? Highborn Elves. This is the same as his singles list? Did we?
Yep, identical. Yes.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's shooty.
Nasty.
It's Phoenix flaming over you as you try to get to him. And that counter punch is the Five Nights of Rima and the character. So yeah, I remember my gripe with this list is it's a good gun line, but man, the counter punch is lacking. There's not much.
It's a better
Nights for that to be a real problem.
It's a better teams list than it is a singles list, like with the Masters. Like this list is phenomenal in this team setting where you can just pick apart certain armies.
Yep, I agree. Yeah. All right, Neil. This has got to be his singles list.
Mm-hmm.
Another elite elf list. It hits hard. A decent amount of shooting. It's got 2 hunting chariots because you kind of have to when you're playing Dread Elves. And I'm not going to talk much more about this because you all should go back to my previous video and see what really think of this list.
I mean, double master with double binding scroll. That's pretty rad.
Yep.
He's got triple snipes, double binding scroll, crystal ball. Yeah.
It's going to kind of dominate the magic phase, that's awesome. But
5 channels. Yeah.
All right. Casimir is bringing UD. This is the same as his singles list. I love this list. This is the terracotta crazy list. 2 cowboys on a moot with the triple sphinx. Again,
I was raving about this list when we were talking about it earlier. This is a very tough list. People there's gonna be a lot of people that are not gonna be able to deal with those triple bet sphinx, and those moots being toughness 6 are gonna be an issue. That 7 wound pharaoh, that's stubborn. That's no fun.
7 wounds. Yeah, that
skeleton chariots scoring.
What's that?
Do skeleton chariots score?
Those ones do. Those are Legion ones, so those are scoring. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring.
Okay.
Yeah, not a crazy amount, but it just takes so much to get through any one of these units or monsters. The 2 cowboys, the pharaoh, or the battle sphinxes. Ugh. Casimir, you're a bad man. Okay, Mao. Saurian Ancients, I'm pretty sure this is the same as his singles list. Yes, it is. The two 2x2 Stegosaurs are cool. Double no, the one Carnosaur. The Smokestone, the second list in this tournament with the Smokestone.
That's the same one as the.
Yeah, it's the same as
Did-
list.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I mean, it's 10 points. I'm thinking like maybe I just drop the Lucky Charm I've got and try this Smokestone out, and be like, we're smoking that stone. Slow down, son.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
Whoa, bro.
Whoa, bro.
Slow down.
It's such a funny item. I really want to see it used well. I can't. I don't have the Ninth Age intelligence to like imagine how it gets used well.
This is where it just clicked with me. It's good with the Titanopod because the Titanopod has 10 wounds. It's probably not going to die, but it can't. Sometimes if it like whiffs on its stomps, and it's Swift Stride, so it's maximized running away, and then you make them minimize chasing after you, and then he gets away. He's got 10 wounds. You heal him up with Druidism. Boom, Smokestone.
I guess. I don't know.
There you go.
I honestly think these units, the 2x2 Stegosaur pack, is kind of really cool. Both of them with the champion. So that means he's definitely gonna have Swarm of Insects and Savage Fury. I think it's a really nice little cool thing. And for 330 a piece, it's not bad. All right, next up, Amanda Nichelle.
I gotta believe
one
this
real
is
quick.
this is your end, I believe.
About the essay list, before we just move on, I did just notice, like, I actually really like how he did the no dedicated wizard, and he has the astrolabe, so everything's -1 to cast, but he doesn't channel at all, which I think
Yeah.
I would love to see at least
Yeah.
somehow get one channel in there if he. But anyways, just a thought.
Yeah, this is a mystery guest for the last team. Canada Border Services, Amanda Nichelle. I don't know who this is. It might be someone special. We don't know. But this is a list I have seen Euron play a few times. This is the classic Ogre gun line. The 3x3
Yep.
Bombardiers, double Scatapult, double Thunder Cannon, Trappers, a Tiger, Scrapple
Pyrothom.
Yeah, Pyrothom. This is all gun line all the time.
It is real nasty.
Hey, it works though. If your dice get hot early on, these gunline lists can just take you off the board in a couple turns, like easy.
Especially with Dom Pyro. I mean, this gives some of those elf lists major problems. Like
nightmares.
he might be on the same team, but the guy with the Griffin, a list like that, or the Ancient Dragon list that we just looked at, he does not want to see double cannon.
No, he does not want to see that list. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep. All right, so that is Dysfunctional Family Dingdongs. Let's see who they're playing. Dyson Men. Do I recognize any of these names? No, I don't.
Russell's from New Zealand.
That's
He's
the-
Ryan's brother.
The Brothers Sinister.
Yep. And that's the only one I am familiar with.
All right, well let's review their lists. Mike M, or Mike M, one of the two. Empire Sonstal.
Wow. Does every army or team have an Empire player in it?
Almost. It feels like it, right?
I feel like everyone's. It's for one of the least played armies out there. I feel like everyone has an Empire player.
So here we go. This is a gun line. Oh, no, I don't know if I call it a gun line. It's close though. Double cannon volley gun. Rangers, pistols. He's got the Knights of the Sun Griffin, militia, and then some blocks.
A very standard mixed arms Empire list. I think
Yeah.
it's got a lot of just great synergies. It's a good list.
Did anyone in the previous team have a big monster running around that these cannons can shoot off?
Yeah. The
High Griffin.
No,
Yeah.
no, undead. UD had 3 battle sphinx.
Oh,
running around.
shnikes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. That's a hard counter there. That's interesting. Okay.
And Div. He's got Div.
And
too.
Div,
Div
yeah.
has big problems for those.
Yeah,
battle things.
UD doesn't want to see this guy's list.
Interesting. Starting off with a hard counter. I love it. Kevin Ock. Highborn. This is a Nova Flare Prince. Another 2 Griffins in here. Another big block of Sword Masters. Double Lion Chariot, Eagle. Not a lot going on here.
I am not the biggest fan of the Commander's loadout, just because he's got a shield and a great weapon, so those kind of like counter synergize. I guess it helps him against shooting. I just think that's a lot of points.
And I'm not a fan of mages on eagles, personally, but that's just me. And granted, he's
got some really expensive liability level characters, I would say.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, there's points in this list where I'm like, I don't know where the... It's all in characters, but it's like... They're not that amazing. They're not, like, blow you out characters. It's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Not in love with it. Not in love with the list.
Yeah, he's got some pretty loose scoring units too. I've been looking at all these lists to look at their scoring loadout, like the 12 citizen archers. I mean, that's about as soft as it gets with 1 fireball white.
Yeah. I mean, granted, he's got
You know,
Sword Master's the Relentless Banner, so if he wants to be up on you, he will be. So, but he's only a Pyro Wizard. That's only what magic he has. Yeah, that's not a very good list.
All right. Sorry, Kevin. Let's see.
It is high elves or high elves. It's just that I think that for this particular scenario, marching columns capture the flags. I think the citizen archers, like against that ogre list. I mean, that ogre list just puts this into the dumpster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Philip Harlos. ONG. We've got some maulers. Lots of goblins. A big block of feral orcs. Big block
Bridge
of
trolls, baby. Yeah.
Two giants. I like this list. Great weapon
He went for the mixed arms, goblins and orcs. It's not very common. I don't see that very often. Normally, it's like mostly one or the other.
Silver runs something similar to this. It's pretty nasty.
Iron Orc chariots, love that.
Those are disgusting. The bridge tolls, those are very good.
I like the 155 goblin demagogue on a chariot with a shield and lance. 155.
Those are.
He's like a little torpedo.
Yeah.
They're dirt cheap.
Both of them actually are cool. The dragon staff guy's rad too. Those are little nuclear bombs that go in and blow up.
Yep, and the pincher, chaff, and all that. Yeah, they move pretty quickly. This is a lot of lists. I like this list.
Yeah, it's an interesting list.
I'd say so far, I think this is probably the strongest list I've seen from this team.
Yes.
All right, Russell, the other brother, Sinister. This is
good old VC.
Yeah, this is his singles list, right?
Yep.
Yep. I remember we talked about it. The Lamia with Commandment, Necro Staff, 31 Barrel Guard, Cadaver Wagon. Yeah, I remember this list.
Yep.
You know, this is a good list. Hard to get through those nights. God, I hate Vampire Nights. Ugh. All right, Chris Flanagan. Infernal Dwarves. Ooh, Overlord on a bull. Love it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby.
Baby
Let's
bull.
go. Oh, baby bull. Darn it. My
Maybe
excitement just deflated.
Not a greater ball, just a baby ball.
Ooh, look at that master on occultism. I like that. I like that guy. He can like pump himself up to be really crazy. And shooting 28 immortals. He's gonna Death Star it. And then a Titan mortar, basically.
Actually, kind of light on the artillery pieces for an ID less in a teams tournament.
Yeah.
That's about it. But
Yeah, this is.
I mean, he's gonna do a.
It's not as shooty as I thought.
He doesn't have flaming banners on the Letzebuerg to like reroll the wound in a pinch and for shooting.
I don't usually bring them on the small unit like that. It's only 15 guys. That's kind of expensive, but.
Yeah, very true.
This is a cool list, actually. So the concept that he's looking for here is he just doesn't want to move up like that far and then get into this sort of like 18-inch death zone where anything that comes into that 18-inch range is just going to get pretty messed up by short range shooting, and then he's got the overlord to try to come in and hurt you real bad. The immortals are just immovable. I mean, just you can't fight that unit.
He does have the ring. No, the ring's on the wrong thing.
I would
He's
have
got
rather
a-
seen a rocket battery personally than a Titan mortar, but
Yeah,
it is more expensive.
I mean, his profit is only a. I'm trying to think what he's got.
He's got
Three
a
up,
2-up with parry.
2 up.
2-up with parry, and then he's got the grind attack.
I mean, it's
And
immortals.
then-
I love immortals, but I mean everything else.
His
I'm not.
BSB's got a 1-up.
Your face betrays you, Andrew. You're like, nah.
I mean, I'm an ID. I mean, ex-ID player. I mean, I love the immortals. I think I would have loved it, like, seen a little bit more war machines in it. Maybe combine the Citadel Guard to a little bit bigger. You don't need both levies units to be. And to be honest, I'm not a big fan of big units of anointed. I'd rather have 2 units of 3 to protect the sides. Besides that, I like the character builds. The
I would have
Byron is a-
changed. I would have put the Luger dice instead of the rock on the Overlord. That's my only criticism, because he's got Basalt Infusion and he doesn't really care about other magic missiles. I mean, he's got a 1-up, 5-up, and then that.
Oh, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Strength 5, AP 10. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with ID. I mean, there's a lot of ways to build them. So, I mean, it's still ID. I mean, good luck getting the Immortals. I mean, it's with all the characters in there, that's a quarter to a third of his army.
So we got the ID. We got the vampire counts, or not counts, covenant. Excuse me. ONG, Highborn Elves, and the Empire Sunstall. Who's gonna win this matchup?
I have Pablo's in a pretty big win.
Really? I was.
Yeah. No, I think Pablo's team is probably some of the better teams out there so far. Just the level character, the players.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Two gun lines. You got Dark Elves to back it up, and then you have you either deal with it UD less or you can't deal with it UD less.
Yeah, that's true. It's either you have an answer or you really don't have an answer to that list.
Yep.
There's only one list that has an answer, and that's the Empire, so they can
the double
pretty
cannon.
easily avoid that.
Yeah.
And Neil and Pablo are both phenomenal players, and Euron's a very good player as well. I'm not familiar with Mal Patel, but his list is solid.
Mal's
I
cool.
also think that the Ogre's list is really solid. The Canada Border Police is really solid.
Whoever that mysterious player might be. I would say, I think I'm gonna take Pablo's team, Dysfunctional Family Dingdongs. But I think it's closer than you guys think. Yeah. Rick, what are you taking?
Yeah, I have to go. I mean, if you just turn the armies off and look at the names alone, I got to go with Pablo, Neil. These are really good players, and I like the lists as well. So unfortunately, it's another one where we're all in alignment.
Okay. All right, last matchup: Rolling Thunder versus Team Letzebuerg. I don't really care who wins this matchup. I'm just stoked that Team Letzebuerg came all the way to Dallas, Texas, to play with us.
Yes.
Us crazy Americans, and welcome. I'm so glad you guys are coming. But let's look at the list. Rolling Thunder is a Bay Area team.
Is that 2 Bay Area teams?
Yes.
Or 3?
Well, if you consider Sacramento a Bay Area team, then yes.
I mean, but 3 California teams.
Yeah.
That's good.
California representing. Well, I mean, this tournament was in California for so many years.
That is true. I forget about that.
Yeah. All right, James, what are you bringing? VC on a colossal zombie dragon. Yes, sir. Lich Eternal Duelist.
Wow.
There's other stuff in this list, but it's all about that colossal zombie dragon. And then 2 times.
I'm pretty sure that's the
Knights.
most expensive. I think that's the most expensive character unit I've ever seen.
Is it 1,245 points? This is just straight point denial. Like,
you either get a hold of them or you can't.
yeah.
We've seen a fair number of cannons and div masters.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Interesting.
I know he's run this type of list before. He's done this a couple times. This crazy point sync colossal zombie dragon. He's had some mixed success with it, but he's don't sleep on James. He's a good player. He's a really good player. All right, Joe Frith, TO of Silicon Hammer in San Jose, California, in
Oh, cool.
April, I think. April. I would highly recommend going to that tournament. It's really, really, really
That's a
fun.
good one.
Yeah, I'm considering flying cross country to go to it. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's see here. KOE. He normally plays dwarves, so this is interesting. Master Ardusian. I don't even know what 8 mounted sergeants are.
It's actually
They come out of core.
dirt cheap and they get hatred. They're actually not bad. They're pretty solid.
And then 2 times 9 Knights of the Quest. Bladow. Bladow.
Yeah.
This is an interesting list.
He's not gonna have any friends with Knights of the Quest. Those are just obnoxious.
They're really annoying.
They're really expensive.
They are.
Yeah, but with running them with Druidism, it's like, man, those are hard to kill.
He actually doesn't have a lot of AP in this list. So those questions are only going to get lethal strike against one unit or one thing.
Type of unit, whatever.
Yeah,
Name.
yeah, exactly. But after that, they're only AP 1 or 2. 2 on the charge, 1 base. That's not a lot of AP in this list. So he's in a struggle against like heavy armor list.
Yeah.
I love the Outlaws, hooded men, longbows. Those are phenomenal. Those are really annoying. Sky Heralds are actually pretty dangerous. If you don't respect them, they will get in your backfield and cause havoc.
Yeah. Joe's a great guy too. I like Joe a lot.
Interesting list.
Joel Baccio, fantastic painter. You'll see, yeah, this is his demon list. It's absolutely beautiful. But Deceiver, Harbinger, Lemures, Imps, Brazen Beasts, 2 blocks of 4 Brazen Beasts. Yeah, double Hope Harvester. Yeah.
The shooting gun line.
Yeah. It's a gun line.
Those Eidolons are gonna be a problem for some armies, especially with venom sacks.
So the Eidolons, they have that weird shooting attack that's like it always wounds on a 4+ or something like that. What is it?
No. So basically, any wounds, it's only strength 4, AP 0, but you can never have better than a 5-up armor against it.
That's what it is. So yeah, it goes right through armor. Interesting.
It shreds armor. They shred armor, and they're accurate.
Yep. There will be a serious problem for some armies. And they're poison, so.
We're seeing a lot of KOE. I mean, that's helpful against KOE. All right, Henry. Bilbo freaking Baggins. His Asklander list.
Oh, Jesus.
Love it. He loves this list. Loves it.
I have no idea what any of it does. It's so good.
I don't either.
So
they ambush. They show up where they want to go.
The general with the Berserker pelt is crazy. The BSB, where's the? Oh, so there's no longship raid, which is the ambush.
Yeah, they have 2 longship raids.
Where are they? Oh, the 2 chiefs at the bottom there. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're raiding.
Does he have like double crush attack or something? Does he have that guy?
No.
He's got 2 units of berserkers, which are basically minotaurs.
Yeah, the berserkers
really?
are kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're strength 5. They have battle focus, and they have hatred, I believe.
And with spears too? Jesus. Wow. Okay.
Get into combat, and then they basically take off their freaking caveman pelt and go rage mode and get stronger.
All right.
I played Henry a couple times in different variants of this list, and it's surprisingly hard to deal with. But I recommend whoever's playing him remember the longship raid, the 2 units at longship raid. Both of them have to come on the same board edge. Just remember that.
And they come on turn 1.
It's
they come
key.
on turn 1.
It's key. Okay, Luke, longtime Lizardman player, or Storming Ancient player, sorry. Anarch Druidism. He's bringing the magnetic great bows on the Thyros. And the good old... I love the Titanopod showing up everywhere. I love it. So this is a cool combo. The Titanopod with the Suncatcher Crystal is like... It gives them the actual grind attack. It's like, whatever. That's cool. But it's such a good piece to throw into a combat, because then it gives them the +1 combat res. And he's coming in a flank. Or if you get him in a flank.
I don't know if you need that with a Titanopod. Titanopod in combat, it's usually going to be on the winning side. I mean, just the amount of thunderstorms.
I think it's a cool
Titanopod will travel.
Yeah, I mean, and the Titanopod's sort of like the hunting chariots with Dark Elves. You're not trying if you don't have one typically. It's literally probably the best monster in the game.
Yeah, it might be. Mystifying Mastery is a reroll the first dispel. Reroll your first failed dispel. I love that.
Yeah. I always imagine it'd be fun to do an Anarch who has Mystifying Mastery and Crystal Ball. So you can reroll your first dispel at +2.
It is nasty, but it gets expensive.
It gets pricey,
I've looked at that one too. It gets pretty pricey. He's only got 5 spells, if I'm counting correctly.
4...
5, yeah, and 1 on the Stygisaurs.
Oh, he's got 1 on the Stygisaurs. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay. 6 spells.
6 spells, there you go.
That's fine.
And his BSB is the Tegu Guard, which is interesting. There's going to be a lot of points in that unit.
Mm-hmm. It's 1/3 of his list.
Yeah,
roughly.
I think it's a wonderful, wonderful list, and he's gonna enjoy playing it quite a bit.
All right. Okay,
All right.
we know what he likes. So all right. So we got the Soaring Ancients, the Asklanders bodies list, the Demon Legions. I'm not quite sure what it does list, but it's kind of a little bit. Oh, that's the gun line. This is the gun line Demon Legions. The KOE double Knights of the Quest, and the Vampire count. Humongous colossal zombie dragon. Interesting team. Let's look at who they're playing. Team Luxembourg. These are 5 gentlemen I have never met or do not know them. So let's go through.
I believe Julio is the head of the ETC. I think he runs that. I think that name looks familiar on ETC channels.
Wow.
Nico's a very good guy. I like Nico a lot. I met him over at ETC last year. Played a few games with him online. Really nice guy. Cool cat. I'm not familiar with the other 3.
Wow, we're in the presence
Spicy.
of greatness. The leader of the ETC. Wow, I feel like I'm like royalty.
I mean, I'll give you his official title.
Lord Commander.
Oh, high greatness. All right, let me just go through his list here. Master of the
Double
Krennic Tower.
Sky Sloop Commander. That's so cool.
Wow. One of which is the
That's
BSB.
I've never seen that.
Why do double fleet officer? I thought.
Probably because I think you have to be a fleet officer to take the Sky Sloop as a mount.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. Yeah, he's a chairman of ETC. The head one right now.
Well, good day, sir. A Frost and a Fire Phoenix. Initiative of the Fire Heart. This is a little bit of everything. 11 Lions Guard, yeah. It's kind of an all-comers list.
I like the sloops a lot. Sloops gone down in price while the Reapers have gone up. And those are going to be typically hidden on 2s. Strength 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
They're going to be just plucking away here and there. Plus, he's going to have a high prince with his bow with +1 strength, hidden on 2s.
It's no hunting chariot, but
That's
it's good.
pretty cool, actually. That the Strength 5 hitting on 2s. Like, this list has a lot of shooting, actually.
Yeah. Oh, it is a metric ton of shooting. Those are accurate archers, obviously, when everyone knows. Reaver's bows, Grey Watchers, just screw your shooting back. Yeah. Got 40 shots plus another 12 at strength 5. Hit him pretty accurately.
Not bad. Shooty Highborn off list. Nico is bringing KOE. I feel like there's been a KOE list in every single one. This is, look at those, double 9 Knights of the Quest.
You're not trying. It's one of those things. You're not trying.
The double folk hero on mounted. One is a minstrel. Is that his only magic?
So what?
Is that his only magic? Just the minstrel?
No, he's got a
He's
master
got the
druid.
Damsel.
He's got a
Oh, right
master
at the top,
druidism
though.
right on top.
Right at the top. Okay, just make it easy for me.
So quick thing is that cleric is he has the ability to turn away a Vel token to heal a model in his unit.
That's cool.
He does it. It does at the beginning of every magic phase for him.
Does that
All he
go
has to do is just turn into Vel.
And that can go to any unit he's in?
Yes.
Ooh.
Is it a heal or is it a resurrection?
It
A raise?
recovers. It will raise. Yes. Yes,
That's
it
pretty
will.
solid.
Annoying.
It is very annoying.
Because KOE didn't have enough healing as it was.
Yeah.
So where is he? Is he going and probably not one of the Knights of the Quest, probably?
Or
the Knights of the Realm?
Yes.
One,
Yeah. No, he's got 2 of them, so they're both going one in each unit. More than likely.
Ugh. That's like double crazy
That's dirty.
strong double knight unit. That's pretty dirty. That's pretty dirty.
So he's gonna have like that one BSB is gonna be Bannerman BSB, so that's 2 banners. Banneret is another banner and another banner for 4. So just that guy and one of those question units would have a combat res of 4 just by the banner number of banners plus
Ugh.
charge and whatever wounds.
Ugh.
The Knights of the Realm are reroll first charge. This is a solid list. Very solid list.
Yeah, it's a good list. I like it. I do like it. William. UD.
Here we go.
Master UO, Depth Divination. Ooh, what's Sun's Embrace?
Sun's Embrace is a shield with parry with distracted.
Okay.
It's almost always taken on a Harbinger. And there it is. Yeah. So what's going to happen is he's going to be minusing your offensive skill because of the death mask. And then he's going to be distracted. Does he have a no mark? He does.
No marks is general.
No mark will probably be in the archers, and he's going to pass around his leadership and undying will.
Yeah.
The Harbinger will be in the Necropolis Guard and just be there to give stubborn and battle focus. He's really hard to get rid of because he's going to be toughness 5 with a 3F armor. And he's going to be distracted. So you're going to be hitting him typically on 5s. I'm very curious to see how these catapults do for him. I've had success with them. They're on paper, on theory, they're amazing, but I hadn't got any success with them.
Really? Yeah.
Hitting on 5s is just hitting on 5s.
Yeah, that's really what it is. But if it makes you cause a panic test, it's at -1 leadership.
Yeah, it's pretty
Granted,
good.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are fearless now in the game, but Book of the Dead is really cool to see. I like to see that.
I feel like that's a big investment in a what if.
Yeah, it's true. It's just so swingy. Yeah.
Soul Conduit. He's going to have a pretty much an 8/5, 7/5 magic phase pretty much every turn. He's going to be up 3 dice every magic phase. This is a good list. This is a very solid list.
Okay, Leopold. Taken Vermin Swarm, disgusting. We're seeing ruinous dictators like everywhere.
Seeing a lot of BS.
They went down in cost now, and they got kind of a buff. I'm surprised he took Rod of Battle though. Most of them are bringing Obsidian Rock to make him pretty much immune to magic.
Yeah.
But they went down in cost, so that's what you're biggest seeing. So he's got an Adept of Occultism, Witchcraft, and Thumb. He's got I think that's the item, the Orb of Atuius. I think that's where he can kill a guy to extend the range of their shooting.
Yeah,
I remember. I think that's what that one is.
And he's got the Doom Blade with Posthumous Witness. That is scary.
Yeah, it no longer does damage against them, so it's no. I mean, strength. It doesn't do a toxic hit. It does it on a misfire if he rolls a 1 to hit, but at every turn he doesn't have to take a hit anymore. He's
what?
Then why is that on
this
in like every Vermin Swarm list?
It's strength 7, AP 3, so it's not auto. But if the wound gets through, it is D6 wounds divine.
No, it's only D3 wounds now.
Is it a D3? Okay.
D3 wounds, so they just made it less obscene.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't realize they did that.
Interesting. They made some major changes actually. It's no longer strength 10; it just wounds on a 2+.
That always wounds on a 2+. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Binding Scroll. What else you got?
And you get 6 attacks with it. Wow. They changed it quite a bit.
It's still really good. It's still fantastic.
Yeah, it's 295 for a weapon that you still have to respect.
Yeah.
It's much better than it was before, I think, actually.
Since they got away from it taking a toxic hit every turn, it just instantly became way better.
Yep. Oh, and okay, it makes you issue a duel though. Also, you must issue or accept a duel. So that's kind of
interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, yeah, that's big change actually. Massive change.
All right, so bodies.
Lots of bodies. Toughness 5, Fetish Brutes, Toughness 5, Morella Brutes. Those are both big boy units.
Yep. All right. I mean, not a whole lot to say here. It's pretty streamlined Vermin Swarm, but plus the Doomblade in there.
He does only have 2 bricks. I've seen most VS lists have usually have more like 3 bricks, but I guess he has the brutes.
Yeah, I still consider 11 Fethys Brutes a brick. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 bricks with a bunch of little. Yeah, you definitely count the brutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alberto is running Warrior of the Dark God. Double Exalted Herald. Double Exalted Herald. I love it.
Oh, he was nice. At least he didn't bring the Maul with it. So he's really nice that he didn't bring the Hell Maul with this.
And then Double Feldrake Great Weapon.
Ooh, I don't like those. Yep, 2 heralds. You either can deal them or you can't.
Yeah, exactly. This is a perfect team list because it's just like if you got the weapons to take off those heralds, like it's not that great. But man, if you don't, oof.
Extremely flexible.
Yes, they are. A lot of people are running double herald with a Maul now because they can shoot them through portals, which is absolutely obnoxious.
Very obnoxious.
That's pretty dirty.
But yeah, this is a good list. I mean, it's solid. Like I said, you can either have an answer for the heralds or you don't. Plus, he's got an adept of alchemy running around too with a binding scroll. So, just because he wanted to.
All right, so let's review here. Warriors of the Dark Gods, Double Exalted Herald. We've got Vermin Swarm, Doomblade blocks. We've got a UD. What was special about this one?
This is a really well-rounded list.
Just a well-rounded UD list.
Yeah, it really is.
KOE Double Knight of the Quest with the Cleric Folk Hero. That's actually, I think that's a really cool list. And then the Highborn Elf Double Sky Sloop Commander list.
I like that list too. Between the Rolling Thunder and them.
I am choosing Team Luxembourg because all hail El Capitan of ETC. I bow down before you with respect.
I'm going with Letzebuerg as well. I just like their list.
Yeah,
they have a lot. They have a lot of answers for that zombie dragon. And I'm not sure if anyone's played Asklanders. I know Europe is pretty big on supplements over there, so they might be prepared for it. So you're not going to get the surprise with Asklanders like you would in some people, maybe.
Yeah.
I got to go with Team Rolling Thunder because first off, I think that it's the California team, so I feel a certain sense of obligation. But I actually also think I wanted to say I think that Luke's list with these lizard men with all that poison shooting is pretty solid against the a bunch of the matchups, and then the Titanopod really gives that KOE and that warrior list some big headaches.
Yes.
So who on Rolling Thunder it's not Rolling Thunder, whatever the name of this team is. Who's got the answer to the Double Herald?
I think the Lizardmen list can absolutely take the Double Herald list.
I gotta see the Double Herald or the Lizardmen list.
Got enough units to keep them contained,
Absolutely
the great bows.
The great bows on the Thyros are actually going to be a problem for the Heralds.
The great bows for sure. That's a great point.
And then because if the Heralds get stuck on something, the Titanopod comes in and just thunderstorms them to death.
I also think Joel Baccia's list with all the Eidolon shooting and Hope Harvesters could be a problem for them as well.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
Man, you guys are smarter than I am. I did not see that. Okay,
It's gonna be close. It'll be close. It'll be a close match, but I got Luxembourg.
Brick, what did you choose?
I got to go with Team California Rolling Thunder.
Yeah. Rolling Thunder. All right, boys, that is it. That is 10. What is that? 10 teams of 5 players, so 50 players. It's gonna be a good tournament. I am so very jealous I'm not there. Just a quick shout out. I mean, I think Ninth Age is kind of in a weird spot right now with the other game that shall not be named coming out. I hope to keep running this tournament. The NATC was my little project in San Francisco, and it's kind of transferred into a weird spot now that I live in New York, and Jeff's running it this year because I just had a kid, and I'd love to keep this going. I don't know where we're gonna be in a year, but man, I love running the tournament. I love seeing everyone. I love having a good time rolling dice and drinking beer. So yeah, let's keep this rolling. Wherever we're at as a community, let's keep this rolling.
For sure.
Amen to that. And it is a strange spot for the hobby in general right now with everything going on with new rules coming out in Ninth Age. But I think that the community that we have with Ninth Age is what makes the game special.
100%.
And I think
100%.
this is one of the best tournaments of the year. I'm really bummed out that I didn't go. I'm certainly feeling melancholy about not going myself. But I think that if we can continue to host it, if you have it, they will come, and I know I'll be there next year 100%.
Yeah, and definitely any players watching, anyone going, I really want to hear your feedback. Did you like the idea of us having Masters with NATC in one weekend? Did you like the location in Dallas? Is that a kind of centralized U.S. location? People who came from Europe, did you have a good time? I'd love to have the feedback. Either give it to me or to Jeff, and we'll figure it out for where we move forward with it. But I want to thank Rick and Andrew for being on this list review with me. You guys are kings among men.
Can we just get one on the outtake here? Just one good old glory of I can't do it, can you?
Golden State Gaming. Oh yeah. Brings a tear to my eye.
There it is. So good.
No matter what, this is this YouTube channel is my little fun project that turned into. It's not a big YouTube channel at all, but it really warms my heart when I go to a random tournament and someone I've hardly know walks up and it's like, "Oh, you're Swamp Swimmer from Glory of Golden State Gaming." It really warms my heart. This is my little pet project, and I love doing it. So.
Oh man, I had to deal with Aaron overseas last year. It was unreal. How many people came up to Aaron?
Oh my God, you're Vespasian.
Vespasian. And I kept following him around like I was a groupie. Can I get your autograph?
Can I get your autograph, bro?
Would you please sign my Ninth Age rulebook?
Yes.
Too funny. Did you guys have a pick an overall winner?
Overall winner.
Good call.
One thing before we say anything is we can't, even though I picked Team Luxembourg to win their first round matchup, people from the United States, we cannot let them win the whole tournament. Come on.
No, you cannot. I was thinking the same thing. That's priority number one. This is a thing of national pride here.
Feed them drinks Saturday night. Get them nice and toasty, nice and hungover on Sunday. But no, picking the overall winner. I mean,
I got a couple leaders. I got Dysfunctional Family Dingdongs. I think they're pretty strong.
I like the players. I really like Dysfunctional Family Dingdongs, the players, but I feel like they chose a lot of too many gun line lists, and those are just too swingy in my opinion.
You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I think West Coast Killers actually has a pretty solid squad, and if Ryan Potter can master this miser list, I think that's gonna give a lot of people problems.
That's.
I think that is a great call out.
That is a good call.
I think that is a great choice.
I think I'm thinking maybe Cold Blooded might have a chance. But overall, I think it's I mean, I think we joked around with a few teams being not that super serious there to have fun, but I think overall the field is it's pretty close.
Pretty balanced. Yeah, no, I agree. It's not going to be. I don't think anyone's going to run away.
Yeah.
I think Min-Max is going to win. And I don't just say that because I'm not just saying that because
You're literally wearing the shirt, Rick. Come on.
Sure.
look at who's on the team. Every single player, and I know Zach isn't that well known, but Zach is just as good as anybody else on the team. Zach is really good. He has beaten me many times. Zach is very good. I think everybody on that team is good.
I
think
think
they've got Micah Pierce to help
Micah's
Sean
great.
get good matchups, right? And be there as that calming voice of wisdom if he doesn't drink too much. And I think I think that they're gonna take the whole thing down. That's my vote.
Fair enough. I think I will agree with you if Josh does not drink Friday or Saturday.
He's drinking. So Josh is drinking. That's part of the factor. You gotta factor that into your vote. And the thing is that we've helped Josh craft this list that can be piloted even when he's drunk.
Well, it can be piloted with autopilot. Is that what you're
hungover.
saying?
Yeah, it's a really good list.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna say Cold Blooded. That's my guess.
All right. Very good. Very big. Good. They're up there. I think they're in the top 3 for sure.
All right.
Actually, I think each of them are good choices there.
All right, Rick.
Well, everyone
please,
have a good time.
Rick, please take a picture of all of our guesses and just text it to me. And thanks for joining me. And we'll have a good time with the tournament, guys. This was fun. I'll see you next time, guys.
Take care, Kenyon. Thank you. Take care, Rick.